Princess Margaret's partying antics earned her the moniker the Rebel Princess. As her biographer, Craig Brown, wrote in the 2017 book Mom Darling, that she would chain smoke from morning till night, and also partied into the early hours of the morning. It seems Princess Margaret's fun-loving personality began long before her adult years, as a royal expert has revealed that the young princess enjoyed making people laugh as well as playing pranks which would occasionally drive the palace staff up the wall. The young Queen Elizabeth II was almost the opposite of her younger sister. She was far shyer and very serious, which was compounded by the fact that she was 4 years older. Biographer and Fellow of the Royal Historical Society, Jane Dismore, speaking on the Firm podcast, said, "She didn't really like jokes played on people, she didn't want to hurt people's feelings." Margaret had none of that compunction. If it was funny, it was funny. Princess Margaret, on the other hand, had discovered that she could make her father, King George VI, laugh, which could be useful to get her out of trouble when she was being difficult. Ms. Dismore, speaking in July, added, she also discovered she had a knack of making people laugh. Their father, George VI, however much of a pain she was being, and she could be an absolute pain, if he was in a mood or worried about something, she could bring him out of it. So as a result, she was rather indulged. Princess Margaret would sometimes infuriate courtiers, an expert has claimed. Image, Getty. Young Princess Margaret was reportedly indulged by her father. Image, Getty. Tim Heald, author of Princess Margaret, A Life Unraveled, published in 2007, also found this to be the case, as he wrote, their cousin, Margaret Rhodes, confirmed the widespread opinion that Margaret was very indulged, especially by her father. If she did anything naughty, she generally managed to diffuse the situation by making everyone laugh. While Princess Margaret's humorous nature might have worked on her father, it did not fare so well with some of the staff at Buckingham Palace. Ms. Dismore continued, there was a courtier who said that sometimes, they just wanted to give Princess Margaret a slap, a good slap, because she was just being so difficult or spoiled. However, publisher Mark Bonham Carter, who danced with the young Princess Margaret during World War II in 1943, warmed to the princess somewhat and said he found her full of character and very tart in her criticisms. Read more. Princess Margaret's life in pictures. On what would have been her 92nd, Princess Margaret was less serious child than her elder sister, Queen Elizabeth I. Image, Getty. Princess Margaret got a reputation as the royal rebel. Image, Getty. Later, Princess Margaret became the Countess of Snowdon, and in her adult life, she met many famous faces. But when she did so, she would often make jokey remarks, which could leave those she encountered somewhat disgruntled, like the courtiers she would infuriate. Princess Margaret once met the Princess of Monaco, Grace Kelly. When she did so, she told the high society actress that she did not look like a movie star, according to Theo Aronson's biography of her life, published in 2013. In Craig Brown's 99 Glimpses of Princess Margaret, he wrote of how she once ignored Twiggy before asking her name. After she told Princess Margaret her name was Leslie but her friends call her Twiggy, the royal replied, "How unfortunate." Actress Helena Bonham Carter, who later played Princess Margaret in the Netflix series, The Crown, was also on the receiving end of one of these jokey remarks. Don't miss, plunging pound sparks panic as 10 banks pull mortgage deals. Analysis Oktoberfest horror as Britain stabbed and left fighting for life. Report something needs to be done. Putin allies mortified by old soldiers. Insight. Princess Margaret sadly died in 2002 at the age of 71. Image, Getty. Trending. Bonham Carter recounted their meeting in 2020, prior to the princess' death in 2002. She said, "She was very small and I went up to her and she kind of knew who I was because she knew my uncle very well." She said, "Oh Helena, yes, you are getting better at acting. And I just thought that is so inimitably her," which was basically a compliment put down. It wasn't really a compliment, was it? But her long-term friend, Prue Penn, said Princess Margaret loved to have a good laugh. Mr. Heald was told Princess Margaret would catch her eye at dinner parties, and then the pair would not be able to stop laughing with her late friend being a great giggler. Mr. Heald also added that Duff Cooper, Britain's ambassador in Paris, following a lunch with the King and Queen and the Princess, wrote in his diary, "Margaret is a most attractive girl, lovely eyes, lovely mouth, very sure of herself and full of humour. She might get into trouble before she's finished."